At approximately 11:30 p.m. earlier in the evening, units responded to a mass shooting event at the corner of Bibb and Commerce Street. We have confirmed that there are 14 victims who have been shot. Of those victims, 2 are deceased, 3 are life-threatening, and 9 are non-life-threatening at present. And as I compose myself in relation to this senseless act of violence, I'm going to state specifically that we will use every resource. We will stay up all night. We will do whatever we need to do. We will basically use every resource to charge and hold the people responsible who were involved in this offense. Now, we have our partners from ALEA working with us, and I am incredibly thankful for their support. We also have partners from ATF working with us. I am also thankful for that. We are using every technological resource we have. We are using every detective that we have and every bit of evidence that we are collecting now to sort out what has been a tragic and chaotic event that took place earlier tonight. I want to say that my heart is weeping for the families. I'm also going to say that I am incredibly angry. I am so angry that I'm holding on to my composure right now, because this was not a typical mass shooting that people typically read about. This was 2 parties involved that were basically shooting at each other in the middle of a crowd. I know enough to say that right now. Now, while I am limited in some of the information that I can release, I'm releasing that because the people who did what they did, who are responsible for opening fire on each other like that, did not care about the people around them when they did it. And now we have 14 people who have been shot. 2 of them, like I stated earlier, deceased. We will not rest until we get you. Now, I will also state that we have some individuals that we are interviewing. And if it does turn out that those people being interviewed are connected, they will be charged, if the evidence supports that. And we will do everything we need to gather every bit of evidence and chase down whoever is involved. So I want to make that unequivocal. I am not sleeping tonight. I'm not sleeping till we get this. My people aren't sleeping. You can see them behind me working. So I am definitely wanting the public to know that.
Just want to say on behalf of the city that we're praying for the victims of this atrocity, praying for their families, their friends, praying for our city. Thousands of people have been in this city this weekend, and it only took 1 or 2 to change the entire outcome. From the state fair to other events that we had going all around the city, with law enforcement doing a great job protecting and serving this community across multiple locations. People have to have a respect for life. They have to have a respect for the lives of others. And to have a heinous event like this take place prior to midnight in the busy part of our entertainment district is reckless and it's selfish. You don't care about your life, well, jump off a bridge. You don't pull out a gun and shoot in a crowd of people. And I think what Chief said is dead on. We're going to use every resource we have to bring all those involved in this to justice. Whether it's tonight, whether it's tomorrow, whether it's next week, or whether it's next month. We won't rest because we're going to do what we can to not only make those victims feel some level of relief, that those who brought this situation upon them as just being innocent folks, having a good time like thousands of others, but also for those who won't get a chance to say goodbye to their family member, to their friend, to their neighbor, their church member. It's unacceptable. It's not something that we're going to tolerate. And we're going to push the full max that we can once we capture them. And we're going to make sure that we set an example, and we set a public example of people who continue to endanger the lives of innocent people in our communities. It's just not going to be accepted. It's not fair to people who are here having innocent good time. It's not fair to the business owners who invest all around the city to make the city and the region better. It's not fair to the community to have to worry and think about things like this happening in the way that they did. So we're not going to accept it. We're not going to tolerate it. And we're going to do everything we can to the max to make sure that there's a public example set for those that brought this about and for those that are behind this. These are things that we cannot normalize. These are things we're not going to ever think that they just happen, because they don't have to happen. And we have to make sure that those that are witnesses to this come forward, share what they know with our police department, share what they know with our law enforcement partners, so we can bring this to closure. And we're going to continue to do everything we can to make this city safer, and we're going to continue to do everything we can to make sure that more bad guys are taken off the street, and that when they're taken off the street, they're kept behind bars, particularly those that are repeat violent offenders. We're going to continue to do that. And this is a situation that we don't ever want any community to have to deal with, much less ours. It's not what we want to be dealing with. And for those that have brought this out because of their rash behavior and because of their lack of self-control, they ought to be held accountable, and they will be.